Let's have a look at what you get when you get the retail version of Rum and Bones. There is a special Kickstarter version. This is not it. This is retail. Let's get straight into it. Have a look at what we get in this box. Rum and Bones is a bit of a war game for 2 to 6 players, probably best played at 2. I do like, again, the artwork on the front here, that sort of cartoony look, which you know you're going to have a fun time when you play this game. It's not going to be an ultra serious game. Yes, there is going to be competitiveness. There are going to be a few tears when your troops get demolished by your opponent, but you are supposed to have fun, let's face it, when you play board games. Having a look at the sides, here we have that artwork there. A bit of a ghost feel, not really ghost there. We have different characters. I like that when they have different characters on each of the sides as well. Better production values in my opinion. We've returned to that same first one we saw, and so they have repeated 2 sides, but they've kept 2 sides different. Fair enough. Let's have a look at the back. We can see there an overview of the game. I do like the title. They put a bit of thought into that logo, Rum and Bones. You can see all the minis you get, times 8. You can see that they're green, purple. That is the way the game board and the whole game is set out. 2 ships where you're fighting opposing forces. You get some cards, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each side. Has a list of the game contents. Feel free to pause that now to have a look. And again, just a little bit of a blurb there to tell you a bit about the game. So that's the back. Here we can see 2 to 6 players, ages 14 and above, about an hour playing time, maybe a bit longer, maybe a bit shorter. Turning it over, let's lift up this top, see what's in the box, see what you get in the box. Underside is just no more pictures. The cardboard as you see it. This has moved a little bit. As I said, this is a copy I got on Facebook Marketplace, considerably cheaper than you'd get normally. So if you don't mind a secondhand copy, you can always look for that. We have here, looks like some special cards. We've got green. Let's just separate these. We've got purple there. Rum and Bones General. Some more green, purple, green, purple, green, purple, and purple. Now let's turn these over. So they obviously represent the 2 players, the Bone Devils and the Wellsport Brotherhood. We have another 2 general cards. Let's flip these over. So the general cards seem to be monsters. We have the Kraken. That's one of the general cards I said, the Kraken. Can pause that, have a look at what the Kraken does. We have the Sea Dragon also. You can pause that, see what that does. Looks like it has quite a considerable health of 14, maybe 2 gold or 2 shields, I'm not too sure. Let's have a look at, we are looking at the Bone Devils to start off with. We have a Gunner, Ghost Eye Gunter, Little Tom, who's a brute, the Swashbuckler called the Spectre, and the Captain, Albrecht the Damned. You can see that there matches the back of the Bone Devils. We have a Quartermaster there, another Bone Devils one, Patchwork Porter. We've changed our symbols there, so we've obviously changed into the Wellsport Brotherhood cards. We have the Gunner, the Blackout Bart, Captain Daniel Pale, 10 health, Brute Stumper Pete, Mad Ivan, who is a swashbuckler, and a Quartermaster Miss Mags. So those are hero cards, I believe they're called. We'll find out in a moment. There'll be a rulebook in here somewhere. So we've got them from here in this nice recessed place for them. And we've got all these other cards, and these don't come out as easily. There is this plastic bit here. I think I'm going to have to turn that upside down get everything out that way. We can see the dice. We can see how that has insert for the dice to go at the bottom. And we get 3, 6, 7, 8 normal 6-sided black dice with white pips that go in the bottom. And we get all of our other cards. We can see there the backs, and we divide them. So we've got one stack of cards for each side. Like I said, I think it's best played with 2 players from what I've briefly seen, read and heard about this game. Let's go through this green deck of cards first. We have Unbridled Fury times 2, No Quarter times 2, Spit in Your Eye times 2, Cutthroat Tactics. I'll just have a look at the picture. Very nice pictures. Cutthroat Tactics times 2, Out for Blood, 2 of those, Shot of Whiskey, 2 of those, Shut Your Gob, 2 of those, Surprise Shot times 2, Drunken Aim, 2 of those, Charge times 2, Med Crate, Rum, just 1 each of these, Heat Stroke, Broadside Barrage, Roll the Bones, Parlay, Pick Up the Slack, Sudden Tidal Wave, Daring Leap, and Sea Dragon Attack. So we saw that Sea Dragon just down there. So obviously called upon by the green player. The purple player has Spectral Form, 2 of those, Unholy Revival times 2, Deathly Terror times 2, Undead Vitality times 2, Supernatural Rejuvenation, 2 of those, Soul Tithe, 2, Necrotic Wind, 2 of those, Death's Embrace, 2 of those, Tormented Souls, 2 of those, Call to the Grave times 2, Parlay again. We saw that in that previous one. So I think we're down to the singles. Parlay, Broadside Barrage, Daring Leap, Heat Stroke, Med Crate, Rum, Sudden Tidal Wave, Pick Up the Slack, Roll the Bones, Sea Dragon Attack. Again, I'll just let you go back and pause those and have a look at those cards individually. We have here in a nice Ziploc bag, let's open this up, some nice heavy duty cardboard. I don't know if you can see the thickness there. It's quite nice thickness. Obviously, if you used brute force, you'd be able to bend them, but we're not going to do that because we like our games unharmed, even though it's a Kraken. So that's Kraken that side, and there we go. We have the Kraken revealed. We have these others, and what do we have here? So they look like bridges to cross between the 2 ships. And we have here some sort of monster there. Oh, that's our Sea Dragon monster. There we go. So that's those cards. Put that over there. We have, looks like these have been put for the green player already. Green bases, so snap-on bases for your hero characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And 5 round tokens, which are the same on both sides. We have, what do we have here? Okay, so that looks like, can't tell which side is what. So I'll just go through them. So we have sails. You can see there 8 health. There's 2 of those, whatever that symbol is. That's the main mast. The rigging lines. You can see there. We have the armory. And that's the reverse side. We have the deck gun. And the reverse side. And finally the wheel. And that's the reverse side. So I imagine it's put down maybe on that side, has 8 health. You flip it and then you get the benefit, which you can see written on the other side. So that's for the green player. Won't waste our valuable time in this unboxing and put them back. I'll just put them over there. I'll now open the set of items that you get for the purple player. And of course we have our bases. I can see purple bases, and I dare say there'll be 5 of those. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and for some reason the purple player gets a small one, not the same size, whereas the green player got 5 all of the same size. So that's interesting to find out why that is the case. The purple player also gets 3 of these round tokens, the same on both sides. And it gets these, I'll just sort these out quickly. So we have the mainmast, rigging lines, armory, wheel, +1 tide card, hand limit, I'll say that, and the deck gun, enemy can't fire the deck gun. So that looks good for the purple player as well. We'll put the purple player on the other side so we can pack it up easier later on. Now for the fun bit, a couple of big boxes. I'm going to guess that there are the miniatures in this. It's usually the way it goes. And nothing in there. Put that over to that side, and yes, here we have the miniatures, and they already have some bases put on a few of them. Let's have a look at this top layer. You can see the different characters, and I suspect they may actually match up to some of the pictures we saw before on these other cards. For example, we have Miss Mags there, and look, sure enough, we can see Miss Mags in the orange matching that, and of course orange quartermaster up the top here as well, just in case you're any doubt. That is green, which is why it's got a green base on it. So that is excellent. They've got all these lovely miniatures which match all the hero characters. So that's that lot. Here's another lot. That one's come out a little bit. As I said, I did get this second hand. Hopefully they've all been put away in their correct spot. I suspect this layer here hasn't though, which is why they're not fitting perfectly as one might expect. Especially this one looks a little bit off, I reckon. I don't know if that's supposed to go somewhere else maybe. That one seems to fall into place there nicely. They seem okay. Maybe that is supposed to go there. Mold could be a little bit better for that one. And it looks like they do go on top of each other. Maybe they go on top of each other the other way around like that. That might be a little bit better. Let's open up this other big box which has minis in it. This probably has all of the smaller characters, your troops as it were. So I like on the box it's got Rum Bones there, and it did that for the other box as well. You can see there Rum Bones. It's got obviously a title of the box if you need a replacement, or at the factory when they're putting them away. So nothing else in there. Put that one over there. Look at that, lots and lots of nice colourful minis in the player colours. Let's bring them up a little bit closer so that we can see them. So 3 different sets of infantry. I think they're probably all the same. I do remember something about these have square bases. You can see that there. So we've got square based ones for green that are there. Try not to disturb that too much. So green square based ones that you can see there. We have purple square based ones that you can see there. Not quite as many as you get for the green. However, this last one here does have a 3rd row of square based purples, but it also has the round based ones. So they're other sort of heroes I think you can use. And here are the green round-based ones that you can see here. So quite nice. Already done in coloured plastic. So I do like that. Makes it easier to play overall. Put those back and I'll put those down to this side. We have tokens. Hopefully you can see those without too much glare. Same on both sides. We have other tokens, so I'm not too sure if the miniatures we saw replace the tokens or why these are put down, but we've got a whole lot of tokens and some more tokens that you see there. I'll take a few out actually. They are in cardboard. Nice thick cardboard. You can see the pictures that are there. I dare say they will match up to some of the pictures that we saw before as well. Let's have a look at some of these. Just quickly a couple of them. They look like tokens for victory. These, I'm not too sure what these tokens are. Captured people maybe. But they are, oh no, they're the same. Same there. Same there. Different on those sides, but each side of that will be the same. So those are those tokens. More tokens. This looks like a blood drop. So this would be, see all of the tokens we get in this bag. Got 3 on that side. I'll just take a couple of these out so you can see them. So obviously representing 1 wound and 3 wounds. And the 3s are the same both sides and the 1s are the same both sides. So if they accidentally get knocked on your board, that's good. You're not going to lose track of how many wounds each hero or player has or item that requires counting wound tokens. Finally, we get the rulebook. Normally on top, but again, because it has been used and secondhand, it is already hidden down inside the box. We have a table of contents. Nice glossy rulebook. It is, what page number? We're at 31 there. So 32 pages. Again, follows on with the theme of the artwork on the front of the rulebook. Nicely set out. Table of contents so you can find things easily. Initiation, so a bit of a storyline. That's nice to see in a game. I like my storylines. Oh, look at that, even more storyline there. We've got components, pictures, very well laid out. The 2 ships that we have, you can see there. Game overview setup. I'll just flick through this without going into it in too much depth. The models tells you a bit more in detail about each. The tide cards, the game board, objectives, measuring ranges, combat basics, the player turn, and that just goes through there. Playing with 3 to 6 players, how that works out, and the world of Rum and Bones, including the sea creatures, the Wellsport Brotherhood. Tells you a little bit about them. I do like the background. For players like me who like that sort of stuff, I like reading that. I also like reading it during the game. The aftermath, again, a nice little bit of a storyline and a rules summary page on the back. That's excellent. I like that. Finally, the game board, and that will finish it. So we have black on one side, and there's our ship. So that just fits in the screen there. One of the ships that we see there, that folds up nicely. And then we'd place alongside that ship, as we saw in the rule book, our second ship. And you can see how that ship is green. This one isn't as much so. It also has the faction. You can see the faction in that top corner. Let's look at some of the details of that ship as we go through. Obviously, it's not hex-based, but rather it's tile-based. So we put tiles down here, etc. So very nice picture, very nice artwork of that. So that is what you get in the box for Rum and Bones, the retail version. Thank you very much for joining me in this unboxing. If you did appreciate it, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Use it so you know what you get in the box. It'll probably help you decide whether to get it, so you know what's in it, or if you've got it, if you're getting it secondhand even, what's in it. I'm very confident that everything is in these boxes. I have had a quick look, a quick count beforehand as well. But essentially that was my first look at the whole box in a bit more detail. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm LeMonde. Enjoy your gaming, enjoy your board games no matter what they are, cooperative, competitive, war game, Euros, whatever they are. Please enjoy, have fun, always have fun. I'm LeMonde signing off.